Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Wesley. Wesley, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So let us know where you live and what you do.
Yeah, so I live in California right now, in Fresno. I'm from San Diego, so Southern California. And what I do is I have a business that is called Sauce Plus, and basically we're starting a line of high protein, low calorie sauces, like dressings and dipping sauces. And so we have our first product is classic ranch, and we're moving on to build out the rest of the product. So we're just trying to target those high calorie, high fat sauces that a lot of people don't realize they're eating. So trying to make people healthier.
Awesome, you are targeting a really good niche. Wesley, let us know what was the main thing that inspired you to start this business.
Yeah, so it really was just because I try to eat healthy, and one day I saw this homemade version of Greek yogurt, like ranch dressing, and I made it in my kitchen just at home, and then I was like, wow, this is like good. This is really good. And then meanwhile, I was in school for food science, so I knew about food science, and then I tried that at home, and then it just kind of fell together. I'm like, you know what? Nobody's selling this. Nobody's selling a high protein dressing or dipping sauce. So why can't I do it? I know all the food stuff. I could find a business partner, and then so that's what I did. It started out as a class project, and then we won third place and got a little bit of seed money and just took it from there. So it's me and one co-founder, and we're just going.
Oh, that's great. All right. So, Wesley, every business needs the marketing side, and because selling is directly associated with the marketing. So,
Mhm.
how you are managing the marketing side? Are you doing digital marketing and offline both, or you are relying on one of them?
Yeah, so that marketing has actually been a big challenge for us because you could have the best product in the world, and if you don't get it in front of people, and if you don't, it's the classic problem. So, as a small business, we've been really trying to post organically and just rely on organic social media, TikTok, Instagram, but we've also looked towards paid marketing and paid advertising. It's just difficult when you have a small budget like we do. I think it's all about, there's a lot of strategy to it, you know. So I think it's all about just not really trying to sell your product through your social media because I think when someone scrolls past a video you post or a picture you post, if they think you're just in it to sell them something, they're probably going to scroll past. And I know I do that myself. So we're trying to focus on just building a community, showing people what our product is, and kind of more the education, entertaining route, and just trying to get people excited about what we're doing. And then hopefully later, when they see that we're genuinely trying to give them a quality product and we're doing something that's making people healthier and that tastes good too, because we're a food business. So if it doesn't taste good, then you're never going to sell anything. So we're really trying to go towards that route. But in the future, definitely paid advertising is definitely possible always. It's just like I said, it could be hit or miss. You just gotta. It depends on the audience, and I think the audience that we're going for is we're trying to focus more on the organic posts. So yeah, that's what our strategy's been so far, and we're right in the middle of it too. So
Right, makes sense. So, in terms of differentiators, I believe this is one of your biggest differentiator that you are replacing the unhealthy things with the healthy things.
hmm.
So, other than that, do you think, do you have any other differentiator from the market?
Yeah, so like you said, the fact that we're a healthier product is our main differentiator, and even focusing in more on that. it's the high protein that we have in the product, because there are a few brands that have, a fat-free dressings, lower calorie sauces, but nobody's putting the protein in them. That's always just been a like at home, you mix ranch seasoning with Greek yogurt. So the high protein content is definitely a big deal and what we really hone in on when we're marketing or when we're telling people about our product. Besides that, we're never going to compete with something like Hidden Valley, who can sell people a gallon of ranch for $5 and they're in every store. So we're never going to compete with that. And it's important that we know that, because then we can communicate that to our potential customers who maybe think that price is a problem more than nutrition, but then we can offer them a premium product, and we can really push that. Besides just the health, we're really focusing on the flavors, our bold flavors and unique flavors. And I think that's kind of the taste mixed with the health part of it is what gonna drive us forward. Because if we push unique and bold flavors that people actually want to, try and they get excited about, then that combined with, oh, it's a high protein product too, I think that's gonna, really drive us forward and to be successful.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. And I think in your business, educational or like you can say like awareness campaigns are more important, I believe, because
Mm,
there are a lot of people in the world who do not use the sauces and sort of things
mm,
just because they know there's a lot of fat in these
right,
sauces and there's a
right.
lot of unhygienic things. So I believe in your case, the biggest thing can be the awareness campaign. I'm not sure if you are doing any awareness
Mm,
campaign or not, but I think this is one of your thing that you cannot live without it. So
yeah.
first, people should know that yeah, there are many sauces that are
Mm,
healthy and do not have a lot of fats in it. So yeah,
yeah.
makes sense. Completely makes sense. All right. How do you acquire the new customers and retain the existing ones? Because this is another pain point for every
Mm,
entrepreneur. I'm not saying just for you, but for every entrepreneur,
right.
that keeping the existing customer base and focusing on the new as well.
Yeah, so as far as new customers go, we're really banking on our Instagram and our TikTok to really show our brand to new people. And that's just from organic posts, like I mentioned before, just being consistent with posts and just trying to, reach the right audience. So on both platforms. And then recently, what we've also started doing for new customers is we've been going the YouTube Shorts route as well. And then, so that's just another avenue. And then we also have Facebook. So all of that social media, all those platforms kind of come together to hopefully get us better customer acquisition. But besides that, if we want to keep a customer, we have our email sign up, like to sign up for our newsletter on our website. And actually, that is something that we're going to focus a lot more on right now, like currently and in the near future. We're going to really try to build out that email, that newsletter, because we want people to have access to our brand through other ways than just social media. And I know that email and newsletter is very important, even though some people might think, oh, nobody checks their email anymore. A lot of people check their email. And, maybe if you don't get them the first email that they see, then if you send a weekly email, at least they're seeing your brand, exposed to the brand when they're checking other emails, and then I think that if you're able to write really quality newsletters and really exciting newsletters and new product launches, stuff like that, then you can find really successful campaigns through that avenue and get those customers that maybe bought one product and then bring them back to, they're like, oh, new flavors are out. I'm gonna, click on the email and buy another product. So that's what we're really focused on, and for returning customers. And then I think just the first impression is really important for us because we sell only through online right now. And so we're not able to be everywhere, giving a taste test to someone who wants to try the product. Maybe someone's online and they're like, I don't know if it'll taste good. High protein. I know a lot of stuff with high protein might not taste as good. So really leveraging video content of taste tests, of going out and sharing it with just strangers on the street, like, hey, you want to try our product, and then posting about that. I think that's another way to get new customers. And then if you do it with new flavors and new products, you get repeat customers that have bought another product and they're like, wow, I gotta try this new one. So that's kind of how we're figuring it out. But like I said on marketing, it's a big strategy, and we're just like a year into this. So right now, this year is gonna be big for, learning all about this stuff, building out the newsletter, just all that stuff, building our community and getting new customers that will hopefully, if we play it smart, will become repeat customers. And if we have a good product, I think that'll be a lot easier to do.
Yeah, indeed, for sure. Wesley, I believe every day there's a new challenge in front of you. In fact,
Mm,
every business owner has to face a lot of challenges every day.
mm.
Let's say if we talk about the challenges, which one was your biggest challenge, maybe in recent time or maybe from start, and how you were able to cope up with that challenge?
Yeah, our biggest challenge right now, just as a small business, is just the budget. Pretty much everything is going to cost money, sourcing ingredients, trying to get a website built, trying to do marketing. A lot of that is just trying to manage our budget. And like I said, as a small business, we don't have a big one. We can't spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on ads. We can't spend what all these big brands are able to do. So just being really mindful and being really resourceful of what we have, that's very important. And I think what that also does is it makes us think kind of outside the box. Like, okay, how are we going to organically post on social media for free? Because Instagram is free. Everyone can have an Instagram and you can post and it's cost $0, but you have to be able to post the right content that'll get you attention on the app. It definitely forces us to strategize more and be more cost effective in everything that we do. And especially when pricing the product, it plays into everything, the ingredients, everything. So that's our biggest challenge right now. And then besides that, another challenge would just be brand awareness. As a small brand, like I said before, you could have the best product ever, and if nobody knows about it, then you won't sell anything. So just really, really getting your brand out there to people, it all comes together. And I think that's what we're really focusing on this year because we finally have a product. We kind of spent the last year really building out the brand foundation, all the products, and now we're ready to just grow like crazy. 2025 is hopefully going to be a big year for us, and we're trying to work hard on getting the brand awareness out there. So those two things are probably the biggest challenges that we have to just handle daily. I think it's always going to be those two things are going to be a part of it, forever, but it'll just maybe lessen if we can really grow the brand and be successful. But there's always going to be something.
That's great. But like to grow as a brand, you must have some goals set up, as you said, like 2025
Mm.
good for you. So what are your short-term plans like that you are going to do within 2025?
Yeah, so actually this about next week we're going to be launching new flavors of our products. So we have new products,
Always you.
two new yeah, we have two new products coming. So super short term. And then, by the end of the year, our end goal for the brand is to be on a retail shelf because if you think about the type of product that we have, nobody's envisioning it as something that they order online unless it's from a small brand like what we are. But if by end of the year we can get some retail space, then that is going to be huge for us. So we're really pushing for that to happen. Besides that, we're trying to figure out more large scale manufacturing for our product. So maybe co-packers, however that works. So we definitely, by the end of the year, we definitely want to be retail shelves. We want to just be more, just grow as a brand more, grow our community just through Instagram and all that, all those platforms. And I think that just have more products by the end of the year too. I think right now we have one product. By next week we'll have three. And then I think by end of the year, it would be good to have just a little under 10 maybe because we want people to have options. So we want people to be able to have options on the retail side of things. And we want people to see our website and be able to purchase stuff from there as well and be excited about what we have to offer. and try to cater to different flavor tastes that people want. Some people might not like ranch, some people want buffalo sauce, some people, but we got a lot of stuff going on, but we're ready for it. Like, we're finally ready for this growth to happen, and we want to be in retail shelves. We don't want to stay small. So I think we're really motivated.
All right, no issues. So, in terms of buffalo sauce, I'm very fond of buffalo sauce.
Are you a fan? Yeah, buffalo sauce. Yeah, I know a lot of people love I like buffalo sauce too, but
That's a good
yeah,
sauce.
that's gonna be a good one.
Until unless we don't have any issue with, unless we don't have, we're not afraid of the fats. This is good.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think we have a lot of good products lined up. So I'm excited. I think people are gonna really like what we have.
Yeah, sure, indeed. So, in terms of measuring your success, how you measure your success, not in fact but your own success.
Yeah, in terms of the business, just we're measuring by right now how many sales we're getting, because I think that early on we really want the validation of, that people want to buy our product. It's a crazy thing to go from just being just a normal, just non-business owner, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this thing. Like, I'm gonna try to own a business, and then people actually want to buy your stuff once you have it. So it's a crazy thing to think about. Like, wow, I'm really shipping something that I made to someone that I've never met before because they think we have a good product. So having sales is a great measure of success for us right now. And I think that that's always going to continue. But then besides that, it's just growing. Are we able to, grow our Instagram followers? Do people really care about what we're doing? So I think we want that as a measurement as well, because if we're trying to grow a community, then we want people that are actually interested in what we're doing. So if we're able to grow our brand as well as sell our products, I think those are the big two keys for what we're trying to do. So yeah, and then besides that, just later down the line, key success points are going to be if we're in retail shelves, how we're doing in retail shelves, but that's a whole nother beast to tackle, how many sales we're getting there. So retail is a big, complicated business. So
So, Wesley, and what would be your biggest advice to other entrepreneurs who are watching
mm,
this podcast, especially the ones who are thinking to be their own boss?
yeah, I would say just do it, because for me personally, this is a extremely unique route to take. Like I mentioned before, I majored in food science in college. So I bet 99% of people that major in food science just go and work for, a large food company or some type of food company. So personally, this is super rare for my field, just to start a whole new food brand out of nowhere. And I think that if I really was worried about, oh my gosh, am I gonna be successful? Am I gonna, do this? Am I gonna fail? I wouldn't have started it at all. I would just be in a lab somewhere. And that's fine. Working for having a normal job is fine. And that still might be what I do. But for now, I'm 23 right now. I started this when I was like 21, 22. So I'm young. I feel like it's now or never for something like this. So I think, yeah, just not caring what people think and just going for it. And I think another big thing is, if you want to build a brand, because you could make a business out of anything. Like, if you think about it, if you just look around you, there's everything that you see, that you touch, is a business. There's people that make your computer, there's people that make cups, chargers, everything. So if you think about it that way, it kind of opens it up, like, okay, well, maybe my product is going to be good enough. But you also have to understand that with that, there's a lot of competition out there, and there's probably competition with whatever you're thinking of. Someone's probably already thought of it before, because there's a whole world out there of people with everyone's individual brains are working all the time. So I think you have to really scout out your landscape of competitors that you have before you jump into something. For us, it was really no one's really doing what we're doing exactly, but we're competing with big ranch brands. We're competing with every condiment brand ever. Because why would someone buy us over Hidden Valley or Kraft Heinz or, and then we're competing with any type of low calorie sauce. We're competing with homemade ranch seasoning, so we're not just in a blue ocean of, no competition. There's competition everywhere. And so that's how you really gotta just be strategic with your brand and build a community that really believes in what you guys are doing. And I think, yeah, but I think just do it because if I overthought what I was doing, then I would never have, I would never have, if you had told me 2 years ago, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a sauce brand, like, no, I wouldn't have believed it. So I think it's just, you only get one life and it's fun. And if you're not, I'm not hurting anybody, I'm not hurting myself, like, you can only learn and grow from just taking chances. So I think and that's what drives business owners. I feel like you got to have that kind of sense of just I'm just gonna do it, or else if you give up, then how would you know? Think about regrets at the end of your life. You're like, oh, I could have done that. Well, it's now. Just do it.
Exactly. In fact, you can keep thinking for the years. If you want to think, you can keep thinking for the years. That's okay.
Exactly.
So it's better to start immediately.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well,
exactly.
awesome. Wesley, so at the end, can you please let our viewers know how they can reach you, how they can buy your products? So please go ahead. You can share your
Yeah.
website. Whatever.
Yeah. So our website is just called mysauceplus.com, and that just has all our products. You could reach our Instagram from there. We have all our links. So yeah, that's the best place, mysauceplus.com.
Awesome. Well, Wesley, it was really nice talking to you and knowing about
Yeah.
your business. I believe this is very good idea, and I wish you best of luck. This is gonna rock.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley. And again, thanks for joining us and have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.